My name is Morgan Hamilton Lee. I am the founder and creative director of Tricky Ink Productions. Tricky Ink Productions started off as just a production company that I created years ago, and it is now transitioning into something more than that. Some people may tell you it's sort of my identity now. I've been making movies for about just over a decade in Santa Rosa, Sonoma County, and the very first film I ever made was in 2012, and it was a short film that was 45 minutes, so not really a short film, and then I expanded that from a short film into a larger story, into a feature film, and then after those two versions of the story, I wanted to later expand into a larger story, and then that became a web series, which took me 3 years to make. It took me a year to write it, a year to film it, and then a year to edit it. The initial idea for the Filmmaker Social, I went to one of the team members at True West and said, there's nothing like this in Sonoma County. There isn't anything up north. They're all San Francisco or that area. How do we feel about trying to do a networking event? And we came up with a loose structure for it. And then we announced like, hey, we're going to try this thing. And the first one, that was by far the most attended because everyone was like, what is this? We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what this is exactly. And we filled a room and there was about 50, 60 people there. It was huge. I have met a lot of people through those, and I've now, in the last year, gone to, I think, about 15 different networking events in San Francisco and Oakland and all over the place, because there's a lot to offer, and I've met so many other organizations, other filmmakers, other people who, that's the best place to network. Having those networking events and having run those now for over a year, it has given me the confidence to do a lot of things, and it has given me the insight and the connections to do a lot more, and it sort of opened the doors to a lot of things that I didn't know that I was capable of and didn't think that I could accomplish in the area. And now I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, of what I, with my connections and resources, can do, and that's very exciting. And there's a lot that I have planned for the future, for the near future, that will, I know, be more beneficial to the area. The workshop specifically, I've been talking people's ear off about this for well over a year now. The JC has a very robust film program, and there's a lot that you learn here. So many people come out of this just saying, oh my God, I know what I'm doing now. But I've talked to Brian even and said, I want to sort of host workshops that are basically the JC 2.0. Things that you guys don't get to fully discuss, or there isn't a class, or things that don't get fully expanded on in these classes. And I want to do what I can with the connections that I've made to host those outside and to launch workshops that cover topics that are not readily available in Sonoma County and as a whole. The single biggest piece of advice that I give people, which a lot of people in film are introverts and they don't like hearing it, but talk to other creatives. If you just do it on your own, in your room, you can learn about movies, but you're not going to be inspired as much as talking to other people who also want to do the same thing, even if it's on Discord, online, whatever it is, but don't do it by yourself. It took me a long time. It took me a lot of effort to go when I first went to my first networking event, and I was so shy. Because when you go there, you're not going to know anyone, and you don't know how to talk, to network, whatever, and it's hard to break into that. So I think at least starting with online communities, specifically the Discord channel, I've promoted a lot of events in there, and a lot of people have met each other on the Discord and then met in person. And I think that having that online community and saying, hey, there's this thing, let's all go and meet together, is a much easier way for college students or introverts. Anyone that you talk to who does this for a living, I don't think is going to recommend that you go into film. You have to be passionate about this. You have to really know that this is what you want to do for your life. You want to tell stories. You want to work with other creative people. You want to be on sets of those people and talk about ideas, talk about stories. You want to create things, and you want to be a little crazy. You have to be a little insane to want to go, hey, I don't want sustainability in my life. I just want to create things. And when you get into it, and when you're on set, when you're watching other movies, when you're talking about other things, there's just this something inside of you that it feels like a volcano. You're sort of just a dormant rock until someone comes along and goes, hey, let's talk about movies. And then I feel like my creativity just erupts, and I just go, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.